slip that in too because
Okay, we are live. Okay, Nerdsy, is you ready?
I'm ready.
Delpesh, is you ready?
ready.
In a world where I've learned that before saying something critical, I have to ask myself, one, does this need to be said? Two, does this need to be said by me? And three, does this need to be said by me right now? And if all answers have to be yes before I proceed, this is The Vent. I'm your host, Jay Hunterville. We got the Nerdsy here.
Hey.
And we got Delpesh here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2021's coffee season.
This guy said coffee season. Don't kill me. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Pretty good.
Super good. Yeah. Dealing with the cold weather, but looking pretty optimistic about everything else though.
The winter came, I don't know, the weather just dropped on us just like that. No one was prepared for it.
Once it started getting cold in the bed, I was just like, okay, this is time to
You gotta wear socks to sleep.
Dyer said, you know what, I'm rolling this sheep over now. The sheep is coming over, and I was like, ooh.
Duvets.
Duvet time and heated blankets, warm.
Yes.
Even in the winter, I can't wear socks. I don't know if it's an African blood thing, but like I just cannot wear socks. Like
I can't wear socks at home.
I cannot. Like I put it on, I'm like, nah, I gotta take this off.
The only time I wear socks is if I'm doing like a foot treatment. Like I'm trying to like stop the cracks in my foot. So I like put like some moisturizer or something, and then I put the socks on, but I take them off after bed.
Somebody I know, they told me that the best feeling they ever feel, and tell me if you guys agree or even if you guys actually have done it, when you clip your toenails and then you wear a fresh pair of socks. They were like going on about how the feeling. Ooh, so good.
I don't even notice that.
I can't say I notice it. No, like
I do feel it when I go to the spa though.
When
they're done with my feet, and I put my shoes in there and just slides in, and like, ooh, okay. My feet are presentable. You know what I mean? Because I've tried the whole taking care of my feet in the shower and all that stuff. It doesn't really work out that way for me, yo, because you have to bend up and I'm like, I'm not really into that. You know what I mean? I'd rather go to salon and pay my money. They have all the tools and equipment and stuff like that. Let them. They're the experts.
I'm saying, Barman, don't bend down for nothing.
Right? Not pretzel for no one.
Bad man not bend up for nothing, dog. Bad man not even bend up for put on shoes, my lad. What to you? But
it makes sense.
Bend over.
Because you see the poses? The feet is like this. Right?
Yo, bad man put on the shoes from the back. And all that doesn't sound well. I have placed my shoes on my feet. Don't tell me to bend up. Don't tell me to bend over for nothing. Bend down.
Even a bend down is not even taken.
Yo,
bad man don't swing hips. I seriously have like the hashtag of bad man don't.
That's
Yo, bad mans don't do nothing. No leg up, no leg down, no bend down, no
leg up.
Bad man don't believe in no confined space.
Confined, okay. That's not okay. All right.
Bad man don't believe. One thing bad man don't believe in. Bad man don't believe in COVID COVID test. You're not sticking nothing in on me.
Yo, that's
what are you putting in me? Yeah, fire. You're not putting nothing in me.
Yo.
On a bad man.
For those bad men out there, please do not assault the nurse. They're just following orders. They're just doing their job.
Come, you gotta take a COVID shot. Bad man, no shot. We shot
Right.
people.
Or we give shots.
We give sh-
We're so stupid. About tell man for take COVID after. I mean, I know no COVID.
I'm rolling.
But I've been okay. You know, not the greatest, but I've been okay. I'm here. The weather has been quite gloomy. It rained all week,
yeah.
but it was, you know, I'm here and I'm gonna try to make it every day. That's all I can say about that. I voted on Monday.
Oh, how was that?
Well, for me, what I like is my voting is like it's like a 10-minute walk. It's like a 5-minute walk actually.
Oh, true.
It's just at the public school, but it's the first time I ever go to a voting poll and it had like the lines.
Oh,
like a line.
Like
before I could just walk in and it's just a continuous walk. I never stopped until I get into the ballot. This time I walked, stopped, then I had to write my name down, address, just in case there was an outbreak in the voting polls. And that's about it. Did my vote and went home. And I didn't wait for the results. The next day I found out. I'm like, okay. Liberals won again. Conservatives are there. NDP won 3 seats. And I don't know about the rest of them, but
I don't know about the
the way I see it though, it's kind of weird because it's like Jagmeet. Like when I notice about Jagmeet is doing. I think his method to his madness because he's on TikToks and dancing around. I don't think he's trying to go for the older people. I think he's going for like the new generation.
Yeah.
Oh, like he's straight up just cutting out. He's like, forget y'all. You're creaky.
As these guys get older,
You're getting older.
Like, vote for me. I've seen him dance on TikTok.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's a really smart strategy though, because yeah, you know, you have people who are probably at a certain age over, but the new generation is going to be taking responsibility of the country anyways. So you might as well shift your target, change your audience instead of just dealing with everybody else. So
Jagmeet said, lock it off. No older people.
We need, you know what these government people need to start doing? They need to start making like dental free. That's what y'all need to start doing. That's one.
Yeah, cut that industry out. Like it's time.
Make dental free.
Like at this point, man.
You mean add it to OHIP properly?
Yeah, add it to the OHIP.
Like properly.
I want my teeth done proper. I want to get rid of every cavity, every crevice of sensitivity. Everybody in here should be walking with straight teeth. If you're not, it's unacceptable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like just things that we need every day should be free, like eyeglasses and teeth.
Yeah.
But
like
there's a reason why they do it though, because you know they feel like that's one of the ways of discriminating against people, able-bodied people versus people with additions.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Like, I feel like there's just certain things I feel like should be just common sense to help. Like, I mean, if you guys are putting in so much money to get homeless people off the streets, why don't you put it into other things to get them off the streets? You know what I mean? Like a better way of doing so, like a better way to help people's life. You know what I mean? So
like a 5 years worth of effort, so there won't be any in the street anymore.
They had 1 year to give all these policemen overtimes to mash up mandem shelters and mash up sheds and tents, when they can put some money to say, you know what, let's make a building or something where we can have them come, even in the winter when it's cold, and rehabilitate people. We're talking mental health, right? So bring some people that are going to school, let them, you know, work. I don't know. I feel like there's just more ways to do things.
Wait, because they'll work for their placement if they choose that career path. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you really think about it, healthcare ain't really free. It's kind of prepaid. and we don't
Yeah.
get our full benefit of healthcare at the same time because there's still a waiting line for my surgery or things like that. It's like I want my surgery and I want it now. What do you mean there's a wait list? And because of COVID, there's a wait list.
And yeah. So
I'm just saying. I don't know how the money works around, but I mean, the money should work in a way that makes sense, I believe.
a lot of
Yeah.
they call that wasteful spending. It's a lot of wasteful spending. Yeah.
What was wasteful
also-
spending? Was this vote?
I mean,
this vote was
I mean, it's one of many
610
things.
million. 610 million.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's also people actually taking the time to care and like actually put that effort forward to do so. That's really it, you know, because if you did actually find the cure in an industry, it kind of would eradicate something else, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like how right now the gas prices are going up because we're switching over to efficient energy cars.
They're
Therefore, no more
saying,
gas.
They put their foot down like I wish I had a boot.
was
They
it
put the
20
foot-
years?
They
20
said-
years,
That's
we're
what
going to
they
start
say.
having battery charged cars?
Right?
Yikes, man.
Madness.
That's 40 and up, 40,000 and up people. So that's a lot of money, man.
Right? And
And
if you're getting into it now,
Yeah, that's like what there's a wrong time to be in it.
to be in it.
Like,
But you know, you got to have somebody buy it because that's the only way that the prices will go down too.
Yeah, my gas is going up still. I've been watching it.
Mhm.
I hope I'll never see a 89-cent gas again.
I
With
don't know.
99.9. You don't understand late night driving. They said you gotta leave at 11 o'clock, and if it hits 12, gas goes up instantly. I remember I'm leaving, I got my gas and I'm driving to another gas station. I see the numbers moving. I said, oh,
Oh,
I feel sorry for whoever
It's coming after.
is coming after me. But yeah, I just feel like money could be used somewhere else. We could use it all over the place if they wanted to. But I mean, I don't know. But the votes, I guess the vote came, and you know, another blackface picture came out of Trudeau, the master of disguise.
master, yeah.
Yo,
To be real with you,
master.
I'm trying to understand who his friends are and why did they think this was okay.
But that's the thing. That's one. But another thing is, we already know this. So why would this be released the same day of election?
The same day.
Knowing that social media and all these things brought people with a mind of like stimulated ADD. So they'll see it and be like, oh yeah, I saw this already. Keep it moving.
That's what I thought it was an older pic thing. But they're like, no, that's a new.
That's what they caught him in 4K.
And it was a clear one, yeah. Like there's a Photoshop enhancement, and they went, yeah. They got him like that.
The thing about it is, he already said that, you know, I don't know how many of these I've done.
He doesn't remember.
Allegedly.
Time and time again.
Allegedly.
Time and time again. You didn't learn?
Look, guys.
When did it
at the
actually
time,
kick in?
At the time, I did not know any better. He does a smooth voice. He does a smooth voice. He goes,
in this time.
Sir, guys, my fellow Canadians. At the time, I did not know that this was happening. I didn't know this was a thing. I was solely pretending to be the things that I've loved and that I'm not. I was solely at an engagement. How many costumes I have, I don't know.
Yo, that's what.
But it was multiple.
Yo,
mind you, this would have been well suited if it were Jab Jab, but unfortunately, it was Halloween.
That would be funny. I think they would slaughter him. I think they would slaughter him if he went to the drive. This is your king. This is your minister. Look at him in mud.
That is so funny.
Job, I'm tired.
I don't know how many times I've did.
No, but real talk, like it's just another one just popped up, and the man had the same straight mouth open face, like oh, and I'm like, what are you doing, Justin? What are you doing, bruh?
Yo, that's some clown stuff. That's some clown stuff. That's some Krusty the Clown stuff. Like that's just man.
So, what were the runnings? Like, what was the actual results from the election?
The only thing I know was NDP got 2 seats, three new seats.
Okay.
Conservative was second and Liberals were first. I don't remember how much. Liberals is still majority. I don't know. Minority or majority?
Oh no, they're minority. That's what makes the spending ridiculous. It's like, wait, you did that to just you didn't even gain anything. You didn't get anything. You did that to just be in the same spot? Are you for it?
But that's the thing. Like, I don't understand what he was thinking.
Man, true enough,
I wasn't thinking about him.
Stupid ass out
This is not the best time because COVID, you never had no question. You never had no answers for us. Do I see he had no answers for us? He had no answers. He had no answers. We're asking him questions like, you know what?
I love the segment, by
my fellow Canadians. That's how you know he's about to talk some BS, Benjamin. My fellow Canadians. He's talking some BS. And it didn't get to register yet because they're already talking in French. So you're just like, oh. You know what I mean? It's a chess move.
My fellow Canadians.
This segment's hilarious. Like first he's like, I don't know how he sounds like blackface. Allegedly. Then he's like, what's your answer to COVID? He's like, look, my fellow Canadians. It's crazy out here, you know.
You have to be together.
You have to be together.
When they say stuff like that, we got to work together. Like, you're not helping us.
Like you're actually not helping. Like you're just watching from a warm house somewhere.
And then also,
with your hand like this.
I seen something that they're talking about. It's because watching it happen is like, here's the microscope, the microscope for the office. The microscope for the office.
Just like this. Hand on the mouth. He's just watching.
We're losing our jobs, Justin.
He's watching like
what do you have to say about this?
He's just watching like this.
And Chesapeake just in the corner, just trying to avoid just trying to avoid sunlight. Just so looking through the window, just trying to. You know, she might try to stare through. They're trying to stare through the window, but they're not trying to be seen at the window.
Yo, I got.
Someone looks up, and is like, "Hey, there it is."
I got an album cover for that. Hold on, keep talking. I got an album cover.
The curtain closes at him, but basically some, I guess, mandates and policies has, you know, changed. So certain places you have to have a vaccination. You have to be vaccinated to go to. So gyms, dining in, whatever. I seen pictures of, you know, bartenders and waitress like, say, look at what happened after this vaccination act thing happened, and then they pan the camera and all you see is empty chairs. No one's in there.
That's I'm glad we booked that. I booked that too. I'm like, oh, there's nobody inside.
Nobody inside. And then the woman's like, thanks, Justin.
Oh.
Because you know what? It makes sense. A lot of the people who went and complied, they're not the people who actually go outside. That's the joke.
That was a bar. That was a bar right there.
Hey.
That was a bar.
Hey, those guys, whoever's vaccinated like myself, it's preventative measures. Like, I went to the gym, and the weirdest thing about it, it's like everybody was vaccinated, but it felt like it just felt like everybody was just like, it felt like there was more people in the gym. That's the weirdest part. Like, I was like, yeah, everybody's vaccinated, so these people that are nasty ass that don't wipe their machines are gone. No, there's more of them. There's more of them. They were like, yo, I'm vaccinated. I do whatever I want.
Of course.
That's a good. We might have a weekly segment of
And I think that's one of the biggest changes because people, everything has to get wiped down. Everything has to get wiped down, which is a good practice. But now that it's like it's a big thing now. It's just new. You know what I mean?
They really just said, forget it. I'm vaccinated. I'm 2-shotted up. I'm not gonna wipe nothing. My sweat's gonna drip all over this soft seat, on the floor, on this metal
And
bar,
then you guys gotta wipe it up.
and you guys gotta wipe it
Yeah.
up.
So yeah, basically, not that much people are, not that much complaints, I guess. But I mean, the propaganda, because social media and stuff says otherwise.
Mm.
Because I went on Instagram, I think Friday to like, check my topics and stuff. And then first thing I see is Chris Sky, them all taking over a gym in like Ajax or whatever. And they're like, listen, nobody touches the weights. We have our rights. And
Yeah.
they are going to town. Mans are holding up signs. Mans are doing this, and people that are in the gym like, man, I just want to get my sets. I just want to get my sets in.
Bro, you just put your headphones. You just put your headphones in. Get out the way. I just need to do my thing.
But here's my thing.
Get out.
You guys are protesting the wrong people. You guys are gonna protest in the Timmy's. What has the Timmy's done to you but give you coffee
Exactly that.
and your treats?
Can't even
What
sit-
has
I mean,
you go to the government, go to the police station, go to the people that the city or whatever. Tim Hortons
But
did
that's
not
what-
do anything to y'all.
but that's how they're hitting the pockets, though.
You're hitting the pockets of Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons,
But
they have one Tim Hortons every block. They're not losing as
Exactly.
much as you think.
Are you sure? Are you
That is
sure?
I'm
funny.
telling you, because people are still gonna get there. If you're not getting your drinks inside, you're gonna get it in the drive-through.
And drive through.
People are arguing because they want to dine in at the Tim Hortons. That doesn't
Oh,
stop
yeah.
nobody from getting their drinks.
Of course, it doesn't for the drive-through, but that backs up the traffic.
That
now.
person died, but yeah, hey, people will still, listen, I've seen backed up Tim Hortons and people are still in that line.
It's still no. Jeez.
That caffeine fix. Let me tell you something. If you think about it, it's really a chess move. Because sometimes people that are going to Timmy's, they buy the one drink and they stay. They're not buying more than one drink.
That's true.
That is. Yeah. Wait, I just want to go back a second when we were
For $2.
we were teasing Justin. So he was looking like this, like there's an album cover by PMD, and he's just in the window, just
I can't.
just watching,
They'll kill me.
just
But
watching,
But yeah,
yeah. This is I don't know, because if you're with us like McDonald's, Mickey D's, I wonder if Starbucks asked anybody. I see people sit down all the time. I don't know if
they're not gonna protest at Starbucks. If they wanted to protest at Starbucks, they should have protested when they were arresting black people coming out of there.
Oh, you
if they really wanted to do something, and you wanted to fight something, you could have protested there. You didn't.
They're gonna target the large mass producing companies, though. They're not gonna do your mom and pop shops. So
Yeah,
that's
'cause I
probably
don't-
why.
that might be. I know. I know.
I
They're
feel
gonna
like
obstruct
no.
those guys.
But here's the problem. I don't believe that because I feel like there's gonna be people that are doing the strategy, and there's gonna be people that are just radicals.
Oh, they just.
Very true.
Like there's gonna be some guys that they know the plan, they know the mission, like Chris Guy is their guy because they understand he's like, yeah, I believe him and he's right. Let's follow his strategy. And then you're gonna have people that's just gonna be like, it's my right to dine here, and I'm gonna dine here, and you can't tell me what to do. And then they mash up the mom and pop shop. But I feel like it's double-edged. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But at the same time, they went to the eating center, apparently. They tried to storm the eating center, and those cops are ready for them. Cops gave him one of these, the forearm. You see this? It just said, yo, move.
Yo, that,
But you're gonna raid. You think man's and that's the thing. People don't know how to rush they don't know how to rush a mall or rush a store.
wait, now that you brought up the mall, what's the technicality? So a mall you can sit down, even though there's a food court. Technically,
Well,
you can
no,
sit.
no. At the food court, they have a dining section. They have the vaccination. There's like it's blocked off, and they have like these areas that you go in and you have to show your card.
Interesting. Wow. Because I know Dufferin didn't look nothing like that. Like people were just sitting down. Like there was no
Well,
specific area for that one. Or
well, that's the thing now because now I'm thinking if I go to the hood, if I go to Dufferin or Galleria Mall, well, Galleria is not the same anymore, but Dufferin Mall.
Galleria, what Galleria Mall? That's a whole other topic for another day.
Anyway,
Yeah,
but
that whole-
Dufferin, and they have people just walking. If it's not blocked off, something is up. If you go to Scarborough Town and it's not blocked off, something is up. That's
Oh,
basically gentrification. They're trying to get everybody in there to get COVID and eradicate something.
it's
But
that was a
that's all alleged.
you went to somewhere else.
No, but like it's just certain things that you gotta really. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy guy, and I don't want to be. But
You're
sometimes
not.
you gotta.
You're talking like how the higher ups are, the people who have the money and they're pushing the actual agenda. That's it. Let talk the things. That's what it is.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, and that's why I feel like man's need to wise up in certain areas. Wise up. Think about what you're doing, guys. Let me tell you something. Like even the people in the hood. I'm telling you, like people in the hood. I understand you guys have beef with your different blocks, blood was shed, and all that stuff, and I understand that. But at the same time, if you guys keep killing each other, the KKK is happy about it because they don't have to do it to themselves.
Wait, I don't know how you jumped to here. Weird.
The undercover KKK. I'm gonna say this: undercover conspiracy, James. The undercover KKK clans members, the racist people in Canada, the cops that you guys say that are killing you. They don't have to do it if you guys are doing it. They don't have to. I hate when I go on city news or certain like things on the internet and they talk about, someone has been murdered. If you read the comments and how heinous those comments are, it is terrible. It is terrible. But hey, that's my vent, and I'm not gonna go any further with that.
I'm confused because I was just talking about the COVID block off thing. Usually like.
But anyway, sorry, segued completely out of the picture. But yeah, no, but I feel like like it's kind of strange if you certain areas, like it's like you have vaccinated areas in like the Eaton Center and like Union Stations where you make some money, but you don't have it in like Parkdale. You don't have it on Egg West. You don't have it on certain areas.
Are you saying that low key they're trying to redline?
I don't know what they're trying to do. They know certain areas are not gonna want to get vaccinated for whatever reason.
So you think they're just gonna you guys kind of just
redlining?
They're busy redlining.
I don't know. I don't know because like I'm hearing a whole bunch of thing. I'm hearing, this is just what they said. The vaccines were something like, it was used to destroy Black communities and give us syphilis. Some next type of sitting. I'm like, man, we need to do our research and actually do our research, basically. Do our research and get it right. Just get it right before we,
just accept it.
Yeah, you have a choice. At the same time, you still have a choice, guys. You still have a choice.
Oh, this sounds like Kanye, but
you still have a choice. No, for this vaccination, for vaccinations, you still have a choice right now. You do.
Oh,
you can still say no.
Sounds like Kanye.
Sounds like Kanye.
You could still say no.
He did say something was a choice. He did say something was a choice.
Yeah, but hey, several business owners have publicly declared they don't intend to ask for proofs of vaccination at all. So I remember in Peel, the mayor of Peel said, "Yo,
just to the end,
cops we're not showing up for no vaccination confirmation thing."
Mm.
You want to not make them yam their food inside? That's your problem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The word yam is just
You're gonna have to go deal with that.
it's a
That's what the
favorite
Not on
word.
basic.
their
That's
payroll.
they said that's not what I'm bringing them there for.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
not
it's
paying
true.
them.
What sense would that make too? And then what? We're gonna have all these people incarcerated because they didn't have their vaccine.
I don't think it's incarceration. I think it's just tickets,
Tickets and fines, yeah.
and then think about it. You go there and you try to find a guy, and the person says, "This is my right. Shut up and get back in your car. This is
Yeah, but
my right," and you can't deny it.
they're trying to give it for what? Trespassing though?
Shut up and get back in your car.
Then you can sue the company. Like it's like mans will fight you and say, "This is my right. I have the right to eat here." One of them is some. Wait, hold on. One of these guys said something about how this Tim Hortons seating thing is like Rosa Parks. Y'all niggas need to chill the hell out.
Oh, that's
Chill
a
the hell
weird.
out with this comparison. Stop this.
That's a
How is
Stop
that
weird.
any
this.
different? Okay, I'll
Stop
be
this.
devil's advocate.
No, no,
How is
no.
this any
It
different?
is completely different.
How is
It's
it any different?
completely different.
From the
It's
bare
complete.
bone of it, nah, from the bare bone of it, it was based on personal human rights. Is it not?
You gotta find that tweet.
So,
I gotta
I
find.
forgot
Is
what
it
he said
not?
exactly. I don't want to hear nobody that has white privilege. Oh, you know what? No,
Oh,
I'm not doing it.
See,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm gonna
there we
behave. I'm
go.
gonna behave. I'm gonna behave. I'm gonna behave.
Exactly.
I'm gonna behave. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna behave. I'm not gonna go any further. But I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say is it is not the same. It's not
Mm.
because people still have a choice. Not no Kanye. Legit, you can say I'm not taking the vaccine, and they can't do anything about it.
Yes, they can.
Like what?
They're impeding people from keeping and remaining in their job. They're impeding people from actually freely going wherever they want to go. They are telling people that they are excluded from particular activities, funding certain things because of those, because
But
of it,
it's due to the
and
sake.
and not receiving incentives due to
Oh,
vaccination.
but it's due to the sake of a health risk.
So
That's
why am I getting 15 donuts from what's it called? From
Timmy's
Krispy Kreme
Krispy Kreme.
as an incentive of me getting my vaccination.
well, I don't.
Good
Hey,
job. Good
hey,
job.
that's
Like,
everybody. That's their promotion.
Or $100
That's like that's getting people come to
so
their store.
lottery
how is
That's
ticket.
their
that health
promotion.
related though? How is me
That's
eating
that's
Krispy Kreme donuts health related?
that is there is multiple incentives for multiple different things.
Okay, but
That is worse than that Krispy Kreme.
were they offering incentives when you got your flu shot?
Nah,
I
see, that's
never,
not.
I never took a flu shot.
Oh, you shouldn't say that. They put you on the list just now. They put you.
I never took a flu shot.
I only took the grade 9 one, and that was the last one.
Okay.
The one in grade
Did you
9.
get an incentive when you had to take your hepatitis A and B shots?
Because it was a health risk. Right now, it's just like I said, it is a business thing, but hey, it's also a pandemic.
Okay, but
These are the words that we're using to like trump the whole thing. Pandemic. You can't deny it's a pandemic. And no matter what incentive it is, pandemic.
That's the word. They just say the word.
There's a pandemic. It covers that up. You can't like.
okay, so
No,
then offer people stuff based on their health, more incentives of health, whether it's reduction on the cost of medication, whether it's the reduction of your cost on your next what's it called, mental health check, or an actual inspection in your mouth. You know, the dentist.
The dentist were
That
talking
would make
earlier.
more sense.
but at the same time,
But Krispy Kremes?
I'm gonna say this.
So
Lottery
you can have
tickets.
high blood pressure,
This is how they see it.
diabetes?
This is how they see it. COVID, pandemic. Do whatever you can to get these shots out. That's it. That's all they're thinking about. They don't care about, listen, you don't want to take a shot, fine. But hey, these guys are turning up over here because they're not taking because they took their shot.
But it
Why?
doesn't make
Because it's
any
a
sense.
pandemic. I know that.
Nah. But
I know
okay,
that. But at the same time,
even then so, who are okay? From
that's
the
like telling
very
a
very
That's
bare
like,
though.
mhm.
From the movies alone, you're not gonna have people, and this is the thing, you restricted people and said that how we need to be 2 meters away from each other, first off.
That
And
was
then you're
broken
going
day
to
one.
that's what I'm saying. But then you incentivize going to the movies so you can be in a contained space with people, even though you
First
should be
off,
at home isolating and
hold
keeping
on,
away from people as much as possible.
hold
But we're
on.
going to incentivize and give you a discount on you to go and see a movie.
For the movie theaters, it's a weird twist and turn because let me tell you something.
How is that health
'Cause
related?
hold on. Let me explain. The movie theaters, they are taking the necessary precautions
To have you in a contained room.
to have you in a ventilated room because
I
one,
said ventilate. My house is
I
ventilated.
go
And what?
my
I have HVAC
problem.
at home. And what?
I go to a movie theater called Landmark. So I've been
Yo,
since COVID, right? I'm not gonna make nobody knock the movie theater because I love it this way. I love it this way.
Okay, but
I
that's a
love it. But
personal reason, not a health reason.
hold on. Another, it's a health reason to me too because the movie theater is cleaned thoroughly now.
oh, no gum on the floor, no spilled drinks, no
Thoroughly,
popcorn.
the movie theater is cleaned thoroughly. Why?
But
Because
is
of a
that
pandemic.
but is that a health
Yeah,
reason,
that's a title.
or is that just a fact that people just lack cleanliness? Which one is it?
Doesn't matter. It's a pandemic.
It matters.
It doesn't.
It
'Cause it's a
matters.
nothing matters when it's a pandemic. That's the one thing I learned today. Out of this whole COVID thing, nothing matters when it's a pandemic.
It's like once they say pandemic, it's like
Anything must go. And like they said, hey, social distancing. Then they said, no social distancing. Then they said, social distancing with a shot. Why? Because it's a pandemic. It is pandemonium. Anything is happening. Okay? Anything. It's not gonna make you guys are looking for logic when there's no logic.
What do you mean?
Because it's a pandemic.
it's basically a cop telling you disorderly conduct. And at that point, even though there's laws in place and stuff like that, once they say disorderly conduct, it's over.
It's a cocktail.
It's what? Do I pause that?
It's
No.
a cocktail.
Cocktail.
Cocktail. Yo, stop this.
I'm not gonna pause
But
that.
it's a drink, but it's a pandemic. Anything can go when it's a pandemic. You ain't
Disorderly
getting no
conduct.
free fries with the shot? No. Why? Because it's a pandemic. You want that incentive? No. You don't want to take the shot? No. And you still want the 7? No. Why? Because it's a pandemic.
That's
I want to
certain.
pay these bills. There's certain bills that you can't pay, or there's bills they'll say, you know what, you don't have to pay right now because why? Pandemic.
Whoa, just want to shout out. Do not fall for that. They will hit you on the.
They will hit you hard.
They will
but
hit
at the
you
same time, why they will hit you hard? Because it was a pandemic.
Wait. Let's keep going. You can't.
Okay.
I tried looking for a certain toothpaste today.
Man's relationship are why?
Because of the pandemic. Like there's certain tools you can't even get right now. Why? Because it's a pandemic.
Okay. I go to late to work every day of the week and not get fired. Why? Because it's a pandemic.
Right? And look at that. Look at that.
And it doesn't matter. Why? Because of pandemic. Productivity is at an all-time low. Why? Why? A pandemic. Relationships are mushing up.
Oh.
People are realizing who they're dealing with this whole time. Why? Why? Tell me.
This is a pandemic.
Listen.
You're asking.
Happening?
You're asking why.
You're asking for logic. You're asking for common sense.
Z is not. We're not doing that right now.
And that's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, that's the reason why we can't have it, because we're in a pandemic.
See,
there you go. There you go.
That's it.
There's 300 Hondas in the parking lot, 2020. You know why they can't leave the parking lot? Because they can't get chips. Not the chips you eat, but the chips that go on the motherboard. You know why you can't get those chips on the motherboard? You want to know why? Because of the pandemic.
Listen, we were supposed to be in a studio right now, recording our podcast from a studio, and now Zoom is getting all our money for green screens and live YouTube stream. Why? Why, damn it? Because it's a pandemic.
Pandemic.
I cannot.
Gee, like
And
there's
Serb, it's gone to the point that, listen, Serb was for the people.
that's not a country, people. Serb
Why?
is
Because of the pandemic. They took it away. Why? Because it was a pandemic. I am pandemic exhausted. Why?
That's exhausted.
Because of the pandemic.
Ew.
People are saying,
What
hey, we need to
does
stop
that
Serb
say?
because people are buying guns with the Serb. That's the most outrageous thing.
That's wild.
Because it's a pandemic.
People
They
are buying,
got that off.
people are,
They got that off.
people are buying guns with Serb.
They were saying,
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
saying that people won't go back to work because of Serb. Why?
Because they know. Imagine.
Because
But
it's
imagine.
a pandemic.
For real though, you get your
Oh,
every 2 weeks. What?
this is my favorite
Two,
segment.
three bills.
This is a
Yeah,
funny
every
bills.
month you get about two grand, and some people don't even make that on full time. So I mean,
They got one check for $2,000. They said, listen, I'm about to have, how much the lion legs cost? How much the
Right?
lion legs? I want the lion legs. I'm gonna eat some. Yo,
we eating shrimp
My-
tonight. Lobster.
listen, man
Yo.
said shrimp. We're eating oxtail the whole week. Why?
Why?
Tell me
What does that
why.
say though? What
It's a
does that say?
pandemic. It's a pandemic.
I mean, all jokes aside though, like even in saying that, like there's so many
My face hurts.
problems.
My
So many.
face hurts, man.
Problems, I know it starts with a P, but what else starts with it? What else starts with a P?
Whatever.
The pandemic. Pandemic. Listen, that should be an excuse for all relationship problems. Listen, I love you, but things didn't work out because pandemic, man. The
Matt is
pandemic got
using
to
this
us.
like the
The
default.
pandemic
What?
got to us, man. It was supposed to work out, but the pandemic, you know?
Why are you
And
on my
it should
phone?
be understandable. It should be understandable. It's the pandemic. That's what it should be.
Good thing no vows were actually.
Listen, vows are gonna get married. People got married because of the pandemic. People had kids because of the pandemic. People are getting divorced because of the pandemic. Listen to me. The pandemic is the spade trump card for every situation right
Oh
now.
my goodness. This is a funny segment, man. This is a beautiful segment.
Just be real with it. We're being real with it. But anyway,
Yo,
sorry.
that is a funny segment. People's marriages were delayed. Why? Because of the pandemic. And when it was delayed, people reevaluated their relationship and said, you know what?
I don't think I want this. Why?
I don't think I want.
Did people have time to think before the pandemic? No. We had no time to think about these things. Regret
No.
decisions. I'm wrong. During the pandemic, people actually thought about, you know what am I doing with my life? God bless the pandemic. But what the hell with the pandemic?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yo, Jay, you need to go to the streets. That's what you need to do. Cause clearly,
But hey, I mean, think about it. If you really think about it, the pandemic.
accepted everybody and embraced it. It's like,
Look at the foolishness is happening. And it just gets pandemic.
Like I was saying earlier, in London right now, there's no mask mandate. There's no passport. Everyone's literally just chilling.
And the man said, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm losing out. Why?
you know what? It's actually really like, because each city is allowed to have their own
Ah,
things. But you know what? That's actually kind of also reflecting
yeah.
a little bit the states.
Yeah.
We are emulating the states.
Yeah, we are. But why
We
though?
don't seem to have our own like
Why
way of
she?
thinking.
Why she?
But why? It's not
Anyway,
because we like. It's not because we like the states.
What's there to
We're
like?
different.
Too many
clearly we do.
weird places like Dakota and Wyoming and and
But it's
Pennsylvania.
because of the pandemic.
That we are trying to mirror our neighbor.
The word of the day is pandemic. Let me Google what is pandemic.
Oh my gosh. Help
Pandemic meaning.
him.
Pandemic meaning of a disease prevalent over a whole country or the world. It's a noun. An outbreak of a pandemic disease. Results may be skewed by influenza what? Pandemic. Pandemic.
Maybe skewed.
In Greek, pan, all. Demos, people. Pandemos.
Apparently, Pan can mean devil too. That's a whole nother topic for another day.
You
but
see, you shouldn't trust anything with a pan. Frying pan, pandemic, pan set. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Where's Jesus Smell? Diesel Smell. You know, you see Jesus Smell when you have the
on the problematic way. Yeah.
The problem. I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's because it's pansexual.
I didn't say that. I did not say it. I did not say it.
Everything
Across the line. I did not say that.
That is funny.
Forgive me, but I think we need to get past this. Let's go to the next topic. Sorry, I overdid it.
I'm sorry.
I don't think it's
past
possible.
Get past
right?
what?
I don't think it's possible.
I think we gotta. Okay, let's just switch.
We're just stuck in this.
It's because I just want to say this comment. Why under Biden's administration are people on horses whipping black people who are trying to come to the border? Can someone explain? It's because of the
it's not because they're racist.
Because you know what?
It's obviously because
technology's not there.
No. Hold on.
Technology's not there. That's why they can't track that.
This guy's killing me today.
He knows where I'm going. He knows exactly where I'm going. It's not because they're racist, even though it is because they're racist. It's obvious. It's obvious as hell. But you know what they're gonna say?
Oh,
it's a pandemic. Man, I ain't racist. It's a pandemic.
Yep, but you know what? You know what though? There are some people that'll use that excuse.
The pandemic is basically, you know, when the impaired lifestyle of like just living a life. You know how some charges and things they get passed because you were drunk? Because he was impaired. The pandemic is just like the impaired, it's the impaired version of common sense.
Oh my goodness.
That's what it is, the impaired version of common sense. Bull crap gets passed. Guys, look.
Oh my goodness.
The vaccine's not FDA approved. We still have a vaccine for cancer. I know. And all your thing makes sense. But it's a pandemic.
Wait, speaking of FDA approved, there's an ingredient called yellow number 5, which once they tested it, it shrinks penises. But that's in Burger King. And it's actually in Burger King's 100. So Burger King listed their 120 ingredients. People are naturally going to Google stuff, right? So they found that yellow number 5 shrinks dicks out here. So yeah.
Okay, I'm not eating Burger King then. Is that what you're telling me?
Bro, you know I don't say this for the receipts. I'm gonna pull this up.
Don't pull it up. Don't pull it up. Just
no, not whoa, not that part. Just the yellow number 5 can cause.
People have time to research things and find these out. Why?
Y'all stressing me.
This is what happens when you have time on your hands. You find things like this. Not because people just decide I want to check the ingredients of Burger King because I was curious. No, it's because of the pandemic.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway,
Oh,
let's get to the next topic.
that was a beautiful segment. That was
The
yo.
next the next thing that we have on the board today is
Oh, that was good.
due to this pandemic, how do you determine if a man is healthy and ready to love a woman now, and vice versa?
Okay, to love a woman now.
Say that whole question again because I got stuck.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't really. It didn't came out because of the pandemic, but sorry. How do you determine if a man is healthy and ready to love a woman now?
Well, at this point, there's no rate. You can't tell.
Why is he here? Why?
Because of the
This is getting out of hand. All right, I'm gonna stop.
No, it's beautiful. It's so funny. This is too funny, man.
Now,
how can you tell? Let's just start that they were never healthy in the first place. Okay. After that.
That's how you feel? That's
yo. Z got bars today. I'm noticing Z got some bars today. Just want to put that out.
Jeez.
Z is spinning today.
Jeez. Well, first off, I can say I'm ready to love a woman now. For how do you determine if a man is healthy? How do I determine a woman? I'll go with woman because I'll determine a woman. It's basically how they love themselves. If you see how they love themselves, there's a standard. There's a thing there. That
I come to find out a lot of them don't love themselves like that. That's a whole nother maybe. Actually, this could be the topic for today. But yeah, a lot of them. That self-love is missing. Clearly, it's missing. Like, I don't know, man.
It's hard, man.
I don't know if it's my job to teach you how to love, but
yes, it is for people to teach you how to love. You are supposed to learn. Love is maybe
innate. I think. Hold on. I think it's you got to teach them how to learn how to love your language. But for them to love initially, like they gotta know how to do that themselves.
The default, yeah.
I feel like default love, they gotta know themselves. But to learn someone's love language,
the type of
that's something you gotta learn. That's how I see it.
Nah, you gotta learn that stuff. Somebody actually has to take time to teach you and cultivate your actual love. I don't think that people innately know their love. They may understand ideas of it, but to be truly invested and truly enriched in it, it needs to be cultivated. And definitely
that can't come from a relationship.
Yes, it can.
Okay, it can.
Your parents are your first relationship.
I mean, no, that's family.
But that matters.
Family. No, I get it, but like that's I get that. But I'm talking about like relationship. Like
but where do you think a lot of those toxicity come from? Like it comes from the first initial relationship you have with your
I'm joking.
With your family.
Yeah, I'm joking. But yeah, no, I guess I get that.
Yeah. See how some people like, they got the abuse in their home. When they get out of their home, their first partner probably looks a little bit similar to whatever abuse they grew up with. And they think that's love. And it's
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. You're like, you need to chill out. That's not how you love. And it's like, that's the only love I know. And you're just like, wow.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying you have to learn love. It has to be cultivated.
I've heard stories of some toxic love. Mm-hmm. Like some toxic love, like fighting. Mm-hmm. And they believed if you loved me, you would fight me literally.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
I was like,
Fight
no,
for
baby
me.
girl, no, baby girl. That's not what they meant when they said fight for you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Gonna put me in jail. No way.
Yeah.
I thought the call the cop thing was an interesting segment because like I think it was it last episode or 2 episodes before.
Yeah, I think it's 2 episodes before.
I thought the call the cop thing is interesting because like
Oh.
yeah.
You lock me anyway. But hey, I mean, I guess that's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I feel like you gotta learn to love themselves.
People, and I think that's for both genders, not just women. Let's start there. Mm. A lot of guys don't even know what love is, and they think that is right. They use materialistic possessions as a form of expressing love, and not realizing that cuddling, doing little acts of service, maybe even picking the person up is a form of love and care and all that other stuff. But they think, nah,
Really
let me
pick
just
them
put a
up.
band on it. Boom, boom.
Actually pick them up and then walk around the house and pick them back down.
Yes, that's sometimes
Or
love.
or pick her up and just throw her on the bed. Okay, don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. My
I mean,
my mind went left over. That's okay.
I mean, if you got the back for it,
Yo, okay. I don't know what kind of dish was that, but like, because there's some women that are like, there's some women that are like, are heftier now, so it's kind of hard to pick them up like that. Like,
especially with the 15 pounds from
the why they gain 15 pounds, Z?
Because you're not working out. You don't have access to the gym. Now if you don't have your passport.
But Z, but what? But why? How come? What's the occurring event right now?
The eating.
Where we can't. Eating. Where they can't keep their body in shape. What's the occurring event?
What is it?
What is it? That's
the eating, man. It's the eating. The food, man.
Pandemic. It's the pandemic. Pandemic. It's the pandemic. Pandemic. The pandemic. I'm joking, but okay.
If you have the back foot, that's so funny, man.
Now,
I want to laugh.
Now, let's do a next topic. Spiritual World had this to say. Shout out to the spiritual word. They always have something to say, and it shakes rooms.
Yeah.
And this one, it says, most men and women cannot keep their partner. Sorry, the pandemic, guys. Most men and women cannot keep their partner interested without sex because they have nothing else to offer. Now, the caption says, he just started to double down. Just empty. A lot of y'all are useless beings wondering why you don't have any peace and lacking countless energy. Well, let's see. You're connecting with people who can't talk, who don't know how to communicate effectively, who don't know who they are and what they want out of life, and who are lost mentally. And here you are, surprised that the relationship did not work out. Hella back fans.
First off, we are not going to shame people because they have not found themselves yet. First off, spiritual word.
but hey, I mean, they're saying that you haven't found yourself, but you're dashing away.
You're in somebody's gut. Yeah.
Get away. And then it says, okay, so where was I? Who don't know who they are and when and what they want out of their life, and who are lost mentally, and you are here surprised that the relationship didn't work out. Hella black flags. If all a person can offer you is their looks and their body, that's a recipe for destruction.
First off, why are we using black flags? Let's stay with our red ones. First off.
Yeah, black flags. I was like, huh?
Ain't nothing negative about black flags. Okay, so let's first start there.
But Z, what about the pirates? Okay, I'm sorry. What if sailing the seas? Attacking ships, throwing people overboard.
Ahoy, mateys!
Ahoy, mateys!
But here's another. But first comments in. So one said, "Y'all choosing violence early on a Sunday morning," and then one guy wrote, "Fellas, Work on your financial stability, your personality, your humor, your mental, emotional stability, your leadership skills, being responsible, being understanding, being fair, being tough, being controlled, being protective, being secure with yourself, being happy, etc., etc. And you will be able to pick from the litter.
Clearly, that was the
With more
actual
than offer
one.
than 70% of men out here. Balance is key.
Yeah, that's who they were really talking to.
Hey, I agree with this statement though.
Okay. You might get some text messages today. Oh,
I just might, but I agree with this. I agree.
Butter.
I agree.
Yo.
I agree with this. Not
You
saying I
agree with
support it.
what part though? What part
Most
you agree
men
with?
and women cannot keep their partner interested without sex because they have nothing else to offer. They don't know how to have conversations.
They can't offer guidance,
There's no
wisdom.
guidance. There's no wisdom.
You don't network with people
Build each other
to
up.
build the relationship up. Yeah.
The sex is the cop up.
Or maybe it wasn't their thing. You know, maybe the person who is providing sex actually has all the other things. It's just that that individual doesn't tap into that. That's it. Wouldn't that be actually really bad?
I mean, that's easy to say. It's easy to say. But when the relationship doesn't work, what do you guys say then?
Hey, you could be on the side. You know, like a piece of egg or something, or a piece of avocado.
I already know what people are gonna say if it doesn't work out.
I mean, if all you guys did whenever you met is that, and then no conversation, nothing, and then it's like as time goes by, that happens. I forget whose segment it was. Oh gosh, there was a comedy segment that I heard of, and the person's like, "Oh, you know, I wouldn't even know these people or these girls that I had all these affairs with, but then if I died, they would probably be the ones who come out to my like burial ground and be like, he was such a great guy," and they'd be like, "I don't even know her name." Like, oh, I forget which comedy it was, but in regards to that. It's just saying that whose fault is it though? Even though you're saying that it's the recommending this person who's only providing this, but aren't you the other party? Aren't you also providing just that too?
Says who? Says who? There are women that provides everything, and there's men that provide everything. And the person is just a pretty face, or that person is a pretty face. That's what you hear about these. You hear about men and women deal with these people with toxin because they have the toxic box or the toxic pipe.
A toxic
box. But whose fault is that at that point? The person already knew what they're coming with.
Hold on.
And James, we call those people simps.
Simps, whatever you want to call it, but at the same time, that's why it says most women and men cannot keep their partner interested without sex because they have nothing else to offer. And that's that is a harsh reality. It is. Sometimes sex is not even a thing anymore. They're just there for company.
But what are you offering? Like, I guess this is just going back to like that whole question of like, what do you provide to the table? What do you bring to the table? I just hate that question so much. But to me, it's like you don't understand spirit and you don't understand your own spirituality to know who is for you. That's what that sounds like. And you don't know yourself.
Let's hold on. Before we talk about spirituality.
I'm just saying. If you were attracted to the siren and you didn't realize what a siren had and what they do.
Before we talk about spirituality, this becomes a thing where it's like, yeah, I have faith. Yes, spirituality and faith. But the way I see it, and the Bible says it, faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. So if that person has something to offer and you believe this, but that has not happened, pardon me on my Derek Jacks, because I don't think I have the right to talk about these things. But if that person,
Derek Jacks.
let me get my big shoulders out. if that person decides to do that, if that person believes that you have nothing else to offer because you ain't doing anything for yourself or you ain't doing anything for the partner, I mean,
Yeah, if you ain't doing it for them, right? You didn't know what you wanted in the first.
and whose fault is that you didn't know what you wanted in the first place?
That's on you,
Why-
baby.
That's I don't know. That's not for the partner to figure that out for you.
No, it's not.
So, I mean, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They're out here condemning people. And it's like, oh, well, if this person has nothing to offer. No, you never know. You never know what this person actually could have offered you, but you don't know what you want. And that's the reason why you're stuck here being unsatisfied.
I guess so.
I mean, it could be. No, it could be. I guess time would expose it because after a while, it's like
This is all you do.
this is literally all you do.
And some people are okay with that. Some people are okay with that. Maybe that's what they have to offer, and that brings up to the table. But that one day, that person says, I don't want to do this anymore.
Exactly. You didn't know what you wanted. Like, it still reiterates what I'm saying. If this person said from the very jump, all I can offer you is this, the box. And you're like, okay, cool.
Who is really going to
3
say
years
that?
later.
Who is really going to say, hey, all I can offer you is my privates, and you could have this for the... Who's really going to sit there and say that?
No
one's going to say that. No one's going to say that.
People say this.
To be fair, women don't really just say it like that. Like,
oh, you'll be shocked. They say it. They say it just, they may not say it like that, but they may say it, oh, I'm nice. I give you peace.
Oh, so they're more...
For me, I'll always be there for you to come home to.
Hold on.
They're more like,
and that's a problem. Of course, here's a problem. Let me bring this. Let me get into my bag a little bit. Here's the problem. You just said that, oh, I'm gonna be home all the time. Well, I mean, that doesn't say that you're gonna give me the box all the time. That's saying you're gonna be at my house all the time.
Okay, but then if that's what I'm saying, I'm gonna be at home all the time. Does that say that I'm gonna be working?
Here's the problem. People do not understand social cues. I'm not reading your mind saying that. That's why I don't understand. Hold on. Because that's like a girl say, I gave you all the cues to show that I liked you. What did you do? I didn't say nothing. I just looked at you. It's like, what? And you were supposed to know. And if you didn't know that, that means you weren't right for me. I looked at you in your eyeballs. What?
But what did I say? Even right after I said that, you're like, but that doesn't mean that you're going to give me the box. But you understood that I'd be home. People say this. They say it.
I understood that you're going to be home. But that doesn't mean you're giving the person the box.
Okay, but
you'll be at the home all the time playing Mario Kart. Like, that doesn't mean...
I said Mario Kart.
Wow. Like, just because you're at the home, it doesn't mean you're getting the box.
But the point of this whole back and forth is the fact that, do they even say it? Yes, people say it. They do say it. And people realize after 2-3 years down the lane, when the person was very explicit that you will only see me and meet me at home every single day. When the 3rd year comes, it's like, so you're not going to go outside? You're not going to do anything? You're not going to change your routine? And then you're like, I can't do this anymore. They said it from the jump.
And it's not because of it's not because of the change, it's because of the pandemic.
It's because
but hey, I don't know. I don't know. This is the world we live in, and I don't know if I want to be. This world was
always here.
This world is here, and I don't want to be here this long. To be honest with you guys, I don't want to be here.
Whoa, whoa! Does it sound like a
Can we read into this?
Should we read into this is
no? Don't read into nothing. It's just, man.
It's just Is this a single blah blah to the head and then just?
Oh, that's a bit much.
That's
a little lethal weapony, but.
Guys, what are you talking about?
That's kind of wild.
That was a weird statement.
Anyway,
you're definitely gonna get Texas. Oh,
I don't know. Yeah,
Yo.
don't worry. Anyway,
What you mean by that?
anyway,
Yo.
I hate
but
it here.
yeah,
Yo.
the pandemic, guys, the pandemic.
If James followed up with that, like I hate it here. Oh, there'll be police coming to your house, like a Kelly Price, which is
No, if police come to your house, that's a guaranteed death.
Oh man.
That's a guaranteed death for people. Like you can't call police for mental health checks anymore. They're not trained for that.
Sadly, it's
They're not trained for that.
The risk. You're just like
they're not trained for it. They don't know how to react to things like that.
They were never trained for it, though.
Yeah, and that's the problem. But they want to put money on an election when they could put money on people that are trained for those type of situations. And then you want to talk about mental health. Hey, Bell, let's talk. Do something about it.
Apparently, they didn't do anything. Allegedly.
Let's talk.
They're the ultimate scammer man.
All them texts that you said, 50 cent go. All them texts and tweets. You say, every 50 cent it goes to sitting. That's why I don't have no services with Bell.
You know what? It's making sense now. It's making more sense.
But I'm gonna behave. This is all alleged.
Yo.
It's all alleged. Bell, we have no problem with you. We have no problem. We're going. It's a pandemic, please. It's a pandemic. Pandemics make us say and do crazy things.
Wait. If they dig up someone's old tweets, then it gets presented on the stage, and their excuse is like, "Look, I'm sorry, but it's pandemic." I just
Trudeau wished he could use that. Trudeau wished he could use the pandemic right now. He wished for the blackface and all that stuff. He wished he could be like, "Hello, my fellow Canadians. I know you see these things. I know you heard me drop some N-bombs. You heard me say a lot of things.
Okay, whoa.
But what you need to understand at that time, it was a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's pandemonium. Listen, and people are like, well, you have to understand it was a pandemic. People were going crazy then.
Yo. You just did a joke I don't think you realized you made, because when this started happening, it was mostly like black people of color were taking up for him, but only because of his father, not necessarily him.
Not for anybody else. It was his father.
That's an interesting joke you made.
You see how legacy works?
But you know what they always say? Do you know what they always say about the king and the prince? The king is the one that usually runs the show, and the prince doesn't really know much, and the prince always gets his head chopped off.
Or he tries to overthrow what his father had done.
Oh, he doesn't know how because he's never been in the office that long.
Mm-hmm. It's always those two tales. It's true. It's true.
Or it could be just a pandemic. But
now, just before we outro, are you caught up in the Kelly Price saga?
No, what's going on?
No, because I heard she was missing, and then I heard she's not missing, and now I heard she's missing again. So I don't know if it's
the one
true.
Who was released from the hospital.
Yeah. So
got it.
I think she caught it around end of month July, right?
Mm-hmm.
Week later, goes to the hospital. So we're in August right now. In the hospital for like about a month.
Mm-hmm.
It's checked out of a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So Jamie, this whole time, their family doesn't know what's going on. Mom doesn't know. Aunties don't know. Her kids don't know what's going on. So she checks out, and then obviously the family had enough, and they started calling like, "Yo, we have to report her missing because we haven't heard from her in a good like 5 weeks, right?" And then it wasn't her that said that she was fine, but the attorney said, "Oh, she's fine," but there's still no visual, like she's not going on Facebook, Instagram, any live type of indication, right? So right now she's kind of, I don't know,
in the cyber world,
it's just in the world somewhere.
Well, pray for Kelly Price. We don't know what's happening.
Because when the police
came,
know what's happening. Because when the police came over, like the boyfriend's kind of like, "Oh, she's fine." Like he's doing all the talking, like, "Oh, she's fine." And then they're just like, "Oh, okay," and they just.
So wait, no one just knocked on the door after? No cameraman just decided to say, "So can we go and talk to her?" Kelly.
It's like he's answering like, "Oh no, she's fine," or "She's not here at the moment," or it's like. Okay.
I'll pray for Kelly Price because I don't know. I don't know what that is. Pray
I
for
don't
Kelly
know.
Price. But I think it's
Yikes.
time. I think it's time to wrap this up. You guys have anything to plug?
My IG DELNIGIRO, Instagram, Twitter. Follow me. It's a pandemic, you know. Who knows what we'll be doing? We're doing all types of stuff.
Yo, KD, you need to come with a theme song for your your
I'm-
name, man.
I gotta
DELNGRO.
Yeah, but like I feel like some good like percussions in the back, have it bumping like a Jay-Z concert. Yes.
See, you
Ooh,
see.
right? I feel it. I feel it.
I should work on that actually.
'Cause follow me on Instagram at the nerd THENERD ZZZ. Follow my photography studio Z Studio TO ZZZ.studio STUDIOTO. And yeah, get ready for a book. I'm working on that still.
Hey. For me, follow me, Jay Hunterville. Follow me on Twitch, Lou Pistols. Follow the Blizzard Boys, close pod out. I'm just still streaming, still doing things, and that's about it. If you have any questions or concerns, send it to askevent@gmail.com. We are on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube, and IG, and Twitter, and Facebook, and anywhere else you gotta let us know. We'll be there too. Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Wait, before you go, one more joke about this. I know the story's real, but okay, I'm gonna read it out. It involves relationships, of course, but just listen to what I'm saying. The story goes, my wife just gave birth to our son, and well, he's a bit more dark complexed than both of us and has brown eyes. She has green eyes, I have blue eyes. So off the rip, it's people. Okay. Now, furthermore, I questioned her, and she finally admitted that a few months ago she got the vaccine without me knowing, and that that it could have caused a melanin sensitivity in our child. I had never heard of this, but my wife is a nurse, and some of her coworkers have talked about this happening. Okay, wow. She has a group of people lying for her. But anyways, I was furious, but forgave her. She was brainwashed by her Obian, what? Her Obgyn? Okay, I don't even know what that word is. But now
yeah, I know who that is. I know what that is. The gynecologist, right?
GY, yeah. But now understands how deadly the vaccine is. She's taking doses of ivermectin since. Hopefully this will nullify the effects of the vaccine. Anyway, has anyone else experienced vaccine-induced melanin sensitivity to newborns? I can't find much information about it online. I assume it's been suppressed, just like all the other side effects. If this is a real story, and dude, you're listening, get the divorce papers ready. And that's all I gotta say.
Stop it.
That's all I gotta say. Get the divorce papers ready.
Ouch.
This child needs to be in a married home. Okay.
That is hot. That is a hot.
You know why she did it, Z? Because it's a pandemic. Take it away, James.
Stop this.
Ooh, that hot. This man said, and the whole squad is for her too. Like, yeah, this is the thing that happened.
They're all nurses.
And the man's oblivious to that.
Because it's a pandemic, guys.
Oh my God.
Yo.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't want to end like this, but that hurts, yo.
Oh my goodness.
And they want to tell me, oh, men are evil too. I get that, but hey.
Next you know, one of them are actually black. Ooh, anyways.
Yo, we live in an evil world, yo.
Just white passing.
It's a crazy world we live in.
Hey man, you never know.
But
Holy
yeah,
smokes.
I just have to put that story in. Just wow.
If anyone has any more stories like that, definitely send them to askthevent@gmail.com.
I know you've been talking about the pandemic, but hey, like my child, my wife's child has changed because of melanin, but she said it was because of the pandemic. Apparently, the pandemic has been, was it melanin deficiency?
Melanin deficiency. Yeah.
Jesus Mary. And it's a different shade, so wouldn't it would be melanin enriched? Yo, man, that anyway. Prayers, guys. Prayers out for everybody out here, man. The pandemic is running rampant, and it is running rampant to mash up everything. But yeah, this is the event, and we out. Peace.
Peace.
Wash your hands.